Hello, friends. It's Rob here. So, this is our last episode of 2023. Last year, this week, we were still back in Briarstone Asylum, if you can believe it. The party was only just hitting 3rd level. Gull, as he was known back then, was deathly ill, and we were stuck for days and days and days in the chapel while he recovered. We were only just saying goodbye to Winter, and Haster and the Briarstone Witch were only just being name-dropped into the story for the first time. Since then, we've released 52 full episodes and 3 bonus conversations. We've said goodbye to Ratch Mamby, and to Jane, and of course, to Ray. We met Barnabas and Dabwick and Stasi, along with Skywin and everyone in Thrushmore, and we met the Inmost Blot. We fought 1,000 ghouls, we faced off with the Tatterman, we fought plants and scum and assassins and even a night hag. We shared stories and visions. We made some mistakes and had some laughs and even shared some tears. Life is precious and short. A lesson I was personally reminded of multiple times this past particular year. So I wanted to say thank you for sharing your precious time with us in 2023. Health and warmth and hope to you and yours. Welcome back to Dark Nexus. Tonight, it's Act 2, Chapter 68.
I can't believe it.
Still after midnight. Still the 16th day of this adventure, the 8th of Neth. We're about 7.5 minutes to answer Johnny's off-air question into our foray into Iris Hill. We just put down a horror called A Hound of Tindalos. I bet the party's looking great. How's the party looking? Hey, Johnny, talk to us about what Roni looks like.
Roni looks like, you know how when you step on a bug
The guts ooze
and
out
it goes
all around
squish and the shell cracks and the things squeeze out and stuff.
But it doesn't
But
die.
you don't realize that you stepped on it, so you just keep walking, but it's on the bottom of your shoe and you just keep stepping on it. Ooh. And then you're like, wait, is there something on the bottom of my shoe? And then you look down and you're like, oh, poor little buggy. Oh. That's
what we're looking at with Roni here.
That's what he looks like. Down to 5 hit points.
Again.
So
we have been in a grand total of 2 plus 5 feet of a third room in this mansion, and already Roni has nearly died numerous times. Let's also talk about something else that's going on here. I think as we all look around the room, as we look over the empty space of air where the Hound of Tindalos evaporated back into whatever dimension it sprang from, we all catch sight of our friend the Gripper's eyes. Let's talk a little bit about a certain number. And that number
not
is
17. Please tell me it's not 17.
Sanity.
Oh no.
The amount of sanity damage that Grip is sitting on right now is legit. He's one failed save away from a greater madness. So, Robert.
Hi.
The weight. So we had kind of a nice stretch of several tens of episodes where the sanity damage wasn't piling up so much, but we have taken a brutal amount of it over the last basically day of these characters' lives. And I think as we're looking at Grip, we have to be seeing somebody who is starting to fray. How do you think this accumulation of horrors is manifesting itself in Grip's mind right now, Robert?
I think for him it's got to be, I think it is probably, his fuse is probably really short right now.
Oh,
I think
That's scary.
that is scary.
because I mean that's what that's what he knows. That's what he when in doubt, lash out. You can put that on a T-shirt if you want.
I just did.
So yeah, I think he's probably a little panty. He's probably just trying to see where the next thing is going to come from that's going to fuck him up, and
that might literally climb out of a corner.
that can come out of nothing.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he's freaked out, but that's okay because probably the rest of Iris Hill is going to be relaxing.
Sunshine and roses. Yeah, he has 14 points of sanity damage, and his edge is 21. So when he hits 21, it's Greater Madness Town. We have faced multiple things at this point, that have done 7 points of sanity damage. Otherwise, we do know that Dora's sitting at 11, which is extremely not as scary for her. She can still take 22 more points before she hits her edge. She's somehow managed to, despite taking repeated hits, she still is dormant, which is, I had forgotten that little piece of information, but it's like, we still haven't had to go back to Foxtown yet. Roni's sitting at 8 only because we have actually spent time and resources on knocking down his sanity damage, because this all started with seeing Mama Lowell's.
Yep.
The steady decline of his, the edges of his rational thinking all began there. And we are at a point where finally Dabs does have 2 points. Not a huge piece of scary news for Dabs at this point, but the weight of what we're facing in this house of hell is starting to take its toll here. So we're about 7.5 minutes in, and we all look at each other over the empty air where the Hound of Tindalos just vanished. We've got a pummeled bug Roni on the ground, a grip casting rage-filled glances into all the corners. What do we do next? Dora right now is actually standing in the front hall, which you'll remember is just covered floor to ceiling with thousands of curios, paintings, tapestries. Looking down the hall, Dora, you see a mummified human hand on a plinth, or whatever the it's one of your
mage hand
thought component. You see a pair of silver shears on a case on the wall. What else?
Ray of enfeeblement.
The wooden tome stand upon which the Chain of Knights had obviously at one point rested in this room before it, now it's elsewhere in your possession. But you see that stand that is a part of your vision from whichever spell you cast there.
I think might be Burst of Insight.
But you're looking down into just a hallway of artifacts here that are all pinging weird memory bounce heat to you.
Dora simultaneously wants to run screaming from this room and search every inch of it. But what's happening, I think, is that she's imprinting it and everything in it that she can take in her mind for future use. But this is a weird interaction with an unexpected source of power. She doesn't know where it came from, and I think that's... she chooses the further empowering route of just say, okay, this is my stuff. This is part of me. I don't know what I'm going to know how to do in the future, but the thought component, sure as shit, is probably in this room. So I think she's taken it all in.
This is your warehouse at the end of Indiana Jones. Yeah,
it is.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
I think just I'm sorry to jump in. I think the other way Grip is dealing with it is there's also a lot of inappropriate laughter.
Yeah, there we go. Some of that laughing tyrant coming out. I love it. Yeah, I love it.
Creepy.
So are you just giggling in the corner over there?
Little giggling, little talking to himself, little looking at the corners, little maybe there's things crawling under his skin. I'm not sure.
Oh boy.
It's a scene, man.
So the two of them are kind of in their own worlds as Dabwick and Roni, who are right next to each other. And we just
getting along so well.
Well, we actually had, Johnny succeeded at a bunch of saves in a row here, leading us to, the story so far in this room has been that Roni's like, this shit is bad enough I actually trust Dabs, right?
Until literally the last moment before, the second to the last moment of the last episode.
Oh, the dropping
where they reached out to touch me with the wand of Cure Like Wounds and then dropped it and then went to touch me with something. I was like, what the fuck?
Right. And all Paul was trying to do was give you like extra armor class or something. Yeah.
Trying to help me out like an awesome bud. Like a good pal.
Trying.
Do we have any scrolls or wands of lesser restoration?
Dabwick takes a quick look at Grip and realizes they don't have any resources to help Grip at the moment.
That's unfortunate.
Roni is warily looking at Dabwick while bending down to pick up the wand that's on the ground.
Yes.
And then, but as soon as he touches it, he's like, "Oh, this is a wand of Cure Light Wounds."
Okay.
And kind of gives him a nod and a okay. And if we're gonna start talking, then he's gonna start tapping himself because he is down.
Yeah.
Are we gonna start talking?
No, don't heal yourself.
Give yourself a couple taps
right.
while we chat.
All right.
Everybody else doing okay hit point wise? Grip's down a bit, but nothing scary
I'm
yet.
inexplicably at full. I don't.
You nearly died.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then I think Dabs healed you up.
I think.
Yeah, I do know that I avoided killing myself with my own mind thrust. That I remember.
By making the knowledge check, knowing whatever you do not connect your brain with this creature.
Right.
Yes, it's such bad news. So Roni's doing a little bit of tap in there. What else is going on?
What else do we want to get done before we leave? I don't want to be here when they get back, I think.
Am I wrong in thinking that there is outside of Iris Hill, there is the old manor house?
Slightly down the hill away and on another hill there is...
Did we check that out?
Yeah. It is old and abandoned and empty.
I'm wondering if that is a place to hole up or not. If
And
we had
you
to hole up but didn't want to go...
You
We
could.
don't have anywhere else to go because the ship is gone, but like... if
That's not
one
true.
of our
We could go
options.
to
You go to
Roni's house.
Roni and Grip's
We
house.
go to the bookbinder.
Thank you.
The bookseller.
Also, at this point, legitimately, there's probably so many empty houses that we could probably just find one.
That is
that's true.
almost certainly true.
That they would have no idea that there's
I mean,
no connection
I don't want
This
to
town has been decimated.
I don't want to bail and let people replenish. I always hate that plan, but
I think
but we need to have a plan for what else we need to do here before we are okay leaving.
tapping myself with the wand 3 times puts us like close to 8 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then do we want to look at anything else in like the Great Hall before we go?
I really wanted to kill the torso or the legs or
I
whatever.
understand.
I really, really wanted to do that. But I'm afraid everything's in the basement with, what's her name? Wendelai.
Wherein.
And that's not great.
No. Well then, all right. How much longer do we as a group think we can stay?
I'm going to get to the 10-minute mark and reevaluate.
Well,
is that too long for people?
Well, here's the thing, is they can fly. So what's the fastest speed flying can go
60.
at? 60?
I think you would assume if people flew directly down there, did some poking about and investigating, and flew back, it might take them about 10 minutes to do that.
Okay. I'm not asking you to tell us what the clock is.
No, but
I'm just asking
like,
for like a legitimate...
you're smart people. You know how big the town is. You saw how fast she was flying.
Yeah.
I would, I think as you're sitting here, tap, 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 I think you're thinking like, we probably have
3 minutes before we got to be out.
We got a handful of minutes.
Are we all agreed that is, we have to be out? We're not going to face them. We're not going to do that. We want to be out.
So that means we get to 9 minutes and we leave.
Yeah.
Because we've got to get out.
So we have 1 minute. What can we do in 1 minute? Did we search the southern
We have not
room
searched.
here?
You have not even been in it.
I think we check that room and see if we can check the next room and then we go.
Okay.
And if we run into something, then we might just close the door and run.
And where do we run to?
To the nearest copse of trees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stay off the main road. Get
and
out.
Regroup, and then we can figure out what we want to do.
Okay.
You have the copse of trees that you hid in for the majority of the night before, waiting to see what they were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
What have we accomplished here? Can we just do a rundown? We killed the Tindalos Hound, we killed the Star Vampire, we killed the Topiary Guardians.
We took the 45 feet of rope. We took
Uh-huh.
the treasure from what we think of as
Set off the trap
fancy
there.
blue guys.
Yeah.
Set off the trap.
Killed the id ooze.
Killed the id ooze.
You have explored all of the
Surface
out
building.
structures except for you have not been up the stairs in the stable. You have not been in the hole in the stable. You have been in 2 of the 3 rooms on the first floor of the mansion and 1 room total upstairs.
Do we know what's in the southern room? Have we scouted it?
We didn't
at
go
all?
up the stairs in the stable because we were afraid it was going to be too loud.
You just didn't go up. I don't know.
Shit.
Yeah.
You were moving. This was early in
Yeah.
the search, and you were like, "Get going, get going, going." We don't see anybody. We don't hear anybody.
Do you
But
wanna
that
go
could have
there
been
instead?
legs.
Yeah.
But this could also be
This
legs.
could also be legs.
Yeah.
Legs could be anywhere.
You know that the southernmost room on the first floor of Iris Hill, I believe the beetle described it as being a giant room filled with books, and that's also where the trapdoor into the basement is.
We got to check that.
Yep.
We got.
And you would know there's a set of stairs going up in that room from the beetle report.
Let's scout
all
out
in
the southern.
all in on the rest of the hall in the southern room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That sounds great.
Roni takes point. He's dead. 24 out of 44 hit points.
Give yourself another tap. We were talking
All right,
about that.
another tap. All right. 30 out of 44, or actually 30 out of 38 would be my max right now. Are we going to, as we're walking through the Great Hall, do a detect magic check?
Sure.
I don't know if I'm going to detect psychic significance in here.
As we go by the main doors, like over here near the bear rug, Roni will make sure that it is unlocked in case we need to bug out that way.
Great.
Perception?
Yeah, give me a check.
22. Man, that's a terrible roll.
And Dabs is detecting magic, is that right?
Yes.
All right, so the group makes its careful way down the greeting hall, passing dozens upon dozens of portraits in various artistic styles of generations worth of Lowellses, with strangely weepy eyes, puffy lips, very intense stares, lots of drooling. Then you pass...
And the portraits? Like, they can't even...
Yes. Yes. Then you pass a string of marble busts of scholars from the Syncomacty School of Sciences, including the names of several obviously academically renowned Lowell's ancestors who may have served at the school. The sculptures with the Lowell's names on their bases have been smashed against the floor. You pass a whole bunch of small-town pastoral perspectives of Thrushmoor and a half-dozen large paintings of the surrounding landscape, including one picture which seems to show the first settlers of Thrushmoor living in little clusters of huts on low hills, hard at work to reclaim the surrounding land from the swamps. You can see the Star Stella atop Crocus Hill, the Star Stella atop Gladiolus Hill, and then it's once you know or suspect, but at this point you as players know, right? There's a third fucking Stella. The painter of this image put Iris Hill like at the extreme left edge of the painting where it just kind of looks like, and then the countryside goes on. Oh, but no, that's actually a hill, and then you can see the thin little edge of a Star Stella painted in this like very, very old view of the town. If you didn't know what you were looking for, you'd never notice that there was a third Stella in this
Amazing.
picture. There's statuettes.
Can you see the people in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone who might be the Briarstone Witch?
Well, the
Like,
distance.
is there a prominent woman? Is there a prominent female figure?
I think
Okay,
the distance from
is too much.
it's just a little too much, right?
Yeah.
You see clusters of
Dora's looking
people.
for it.
I know.
How about someone wearing rags, like slashing wildly at other people, settlers and stuff?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is the kind of painting where I can see, like, if you had the time and you got the magnifying
Yeah,
glass out and you
pour
like
over it.
pour it over, it's like, oh, the detail on each of these individual little peasants. Oh my god, what the fuck is happening right there? Like, it's that kind of painting.
Yeah.
So you don't see it, but Johnny, yes, it's there to be seen. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The audience
Amazing.
sees it.
The audience
Yes.
sees it.
There you go.
Ironious Bosch.
Yes. Oh yes. Like profoundly disturbing when you dig deep.
Yeah.
There's statuettes of dragons and giants and strange beasts of all kinds littering these shelves. Among them, a very poorly executed, as if by a child, 1 foot tall clay figurine of an elephant-legged, multi-mod, tentacled aberration. I'll take a dungeoneering check from those that are trained.
Wow.
I rolled a natural 20. That'd be a 28.
Nice.
That is a 28.
So the two of you pass this child's sculpture of what seems to be the elder god, Shub-Nagurath, the black goat of the woods, the monstrous fertility deity said to have spawned 1,000 young, typically understood to exist as a roiling cloud of flesh and mist that constantly forms and absorbs hooves, mouths, eyes, tentacles, and other portions of anatomy. But
Like
sometimes, you know, when the black goat of the woods has to be depicted in a stable form, sometimes depicted as sort of an elephant-legged, multi-mod, tentacled aberration, such that a child would make. Yep.
If a child was thinking goat, that's what they would carve.
Yes, an elephant with many mouths.
If one were to reach out and touch this thing and flip it over, is there like a little child like
RG,
BG,
BG.
like lols, like before, like is there anything like that?
HPL4.
Yes, which lols is this going to be? Which lols is it?
HPL.
It's just going to have like a 3 or a 2 or
Sounds
1.
like a venereal disease.
It says HL, and there's a date, and it would be 4636. So this is probably Hazardton Lowell's grandfather as a child, you would guess. By
So the second?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, this would be Hazardton's dad.
The third.
Yeah, the third.
Does any of this stuff look expensive? Anything that we could grab and throw into a bag?
You would assess this as something that would be worth more as a collection than as individual things, because enough of these things are,
So we
it's
have to come back for it, is what you're saying.
yes, yeah. There's a set on an ebony pedestal is a human skull, marked with elaborate carvings of geometric shapes and lines. There are small worked garnets set in the teeth, and a thin line of silver rings the eye sockets. You pass a whole bunch of porcelain and ceramic dishes, jugs, teapots, and vases, some of which are of excellent quality, most of which look very old, like it's like a historical collection of pottery from the Versex region over the centuries. And as Dabs is passing, this collection does get the faint glow of a magical aura coming out of a small ceramic vial, a faint conjuration aura.
Huh.
That's a 16 on the spellcraft check.
Total?
Yep.
Nah. No clue.
What a ray roll.
All right, guys. You roll spellcraft.
But looking inside this small ceramic vial, you see contained within it a handful of very fine, very light, silvery, metallic dust. Radiating magic, but Dabs is uncertain of what it does. You want to take it?
Let's take it.
Grab it.
Grab it.
Grab it. Grab it.
You move further down the hallway. Roni passes the front doors, unlocks them. You step over the bearskin rug, which is not filled with rats or ants or bees.
All right.
It is, however, filled with beetles. Roll initiative! No, I'm kidding. You pass a whole bunch of worthless, bizarre, and grotesque souvenirs from across Ustalav and beyond. Coffee cups made from uncapped monkey skulls.
Number 1 wizard.
A stuffed 3-eye bat. A multicolored dyed freshwater sponge. A mummified ogre's ear. You pass a battered shield bearing the device of Mendev from the Second Mendevian Crusade.
I'm going to need this list for the future.
Looks like this shield belonged to a Fasimar Lols, a cadet who died just beyond the northern border of Ustalav during the Second Crusade. Not a magical shield. And then at the end of the hall, right next to the door that you know goes to that third room on this ground floor, there is what, as you were approaching, appeared to be a bizarre statue of some sort. And it actually looks like a human man in a very fine, noble outfit, frozen in a shimmering field of amber, like hand outstretched, reaching for something, eyes kind of in horror. Give me a spellcraft check.
Oh, they're going to make clones out of him 300 years from now.
No. Dabwick doesn't know what the heck they're looking at.
22.
Roni knows that he is looking at the victim of the sepia snake sigil spell.
Oh my god.
This is so old school D&D.
Wow.
This is
Stupidest spell.
It's so amazing. It's so amazing. So this is one of many kinds of spells that only exist to trap written material. Like these are placed inside tomes, books, spell books, or books that people don't want anybody to interfere with. When somebody going through this book reads this sigil, which is magically hidden inside the text, the sigil springs into being, transforming into a large sepia serpent that strikes the reader, and then if they fail their save, they are trapped in an amber field of force where they do not age, breathe, grow hungry, sleep, or regain spells. They are preserved in a state of suspended animation.
For how long?
Days per level.
Does this go back to
Oh my
first
gosh!
edition?
I mean, I
Yeah.
remember this from the
This is
80s.
from like the box. This
Yeah.
is from like the original.
Amazing.
It's a real fun old school touch. So I think what this would do, though, is start to put Roni in mind of this as a place where people trapping written material
Yeah.
is a thing.
Yeah.
yeah, so
This frozen in stasis gentleman, any recognition of who they are?
No. You would put the cut and style of his... Oh, give me a knowledge local check. Let's see if... I shouldn't just tell you this. Let's see if you know this.
Ooh, that's a natural 20 for a 32.
you know where this guy was born.
Yeah, you're really up. Somehow one of those rooms in Roni's brain contains the fashion scene of Absalom last fall.
Oh, I mean, Roni is nothing if not a bit of a peacock.
Sure. Yes, it's true. It's true. So it is incredibly fine clothing from the largest and wealthiest city in the world in a very recent period of time of high fashion. And as you reach the end of this tour of bonkersness, you would assess the collection as probably being worth about 4,000 gold pieces if you could get it all to somewhere and to someone who would want to buy it, but it would be absolutely identifiable as the Lowell's family collection of stuff.
Would you like some portraits of people drooling?
Yes. And remember, I don't. This is a little while ago that we played this app, but remember, there's also the one of baby Lowell's sitting with a kitten, just terrified out of his mind.
Yeah.
As they made him sit day after day with a kitten, and he's got allurophobia.
People at the worst moments of their lives.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This just makes Roni think that when he sees Lowell's, he's somehow going to bring a cat with him.
Just somehow, I will
There's
have
one
a fucking cat.
wandering around outside the studio.
All right.
So we have gathered around the door at the southern end of the east wall of this long hallway. Roni is right in front of it, Grip next to him, Dabs behind Roni, Dora a few feet back. The door is closed, and you want to give it a once over there, Rones?
Oh, yeah. That is a 26.
You find
plus
no...
another 4, so 30.
Yeah, you find no evidence of traps. It does not seem to be locked. What was that total, 30?
Yes.
Oh, God.
There's a faint, ever so faint hint of crackly neon blue light coming through the bottom of the door.
Like Countess Lowell's.
Like exactly like Countess Lowell's. And when Roni catches sight of that, like the way it's flickering, the specific color of it, like this is it's like the hallmarks, like you know that the thing that broke your brain
is behind this door.
Is behind this door is what it feels like. It's just like an immediate weight of paranoia just sets in on Roni. It's like, oh my god, she's fucking like right there, like on the other side of this door.
We gotta go. That Kenneth Lowell's.
We have to enter.
No, it's the ghost. It's the thing.
I know. We have to enter. She cannot be allowed to terrorize this place any longer.
Roni's gonna step back and get the wand and start tapping himself some more. as he gesticulates to, if you think you can take this, go right ahead.
Roll one more thing up. Everybody seeing that Roni steps back and starts to heal himself again. What do you do, Grip? You're right there next to the door.
So when we saw it before, do we think it was a ghost or this was a projection?
It was a living
aberration.
It was a living projection. It was not undead, but it was incorporeal. An aberration, as Johnny says.
But does that mean there is a solid version of it somewhere?
That is what I think it was Dora that wrapped her head around the eldritch projection nature of this. Dora would think there's a fucking body somewhere because, like, this is not a dead person. This is someone who's traveling via essentially psychic projection. So you would know, you remember from the previous fight, you need magic weapons to hurt the projection. They will still only do half damage. She had these tentacles that had you experienced with your actual physical selves the 10-foot reach. I think we're maybe wondering if she maybe had 15-foot reach. I don't think we have fully proved that, but you were pondering that.
It did charisma damage.
Charisma damage, yeah. These tentacles went like right through your armor, right through your clothes, into your chest, and like just sucked some of your life energy out.
I know how to hurt it now.
All right, shall I open this fucking door then?
You got it. You got a potion to vanish?
No.
I've got a potion to vanish. I hand it to you.
Thank you.
Dabba casts guidance on Dora.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Grip opens the door.
Yes. 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 Yes.
And Dora is readying something.
Yes. You know what it is, right?
I know what it is, but it'll be fun for them to experience it.
God, I hope this works.
I've got one more shield. I'm going to take my last shield extract.
Here we go. Grip reaches over, opens the door, and so the door opens into the next room, and the door just passes through the incorporeal form of Namira Lowell's, literally standing there with all of her tentacles waving on the other side of the door, waiting for you to enter. Again, unwashed dress, filthy and fraying, split at places. She's in mourning. Her left eye is a goat's eye. Like the whole left side of her face is this thick, wet, mottled, throbbing and pulsing octopus flesh. She's got this incredibly long left pinky, tentacles bursting out of the front of her dress. Incorporeal, like flickering in and out of existence. As the door opens, you hear this howl from beyond the veil. And then what does Dora do?
Dora thinks of all those pictures of the scared child with a kitten and the drooling idiots that are generationally lined up on the fucking wall. She summons all the contempt in her being, and she whispers, "Thank you, Ray," as she summons the image of Ray freeing himself from the ectoplasmic prison that Bates trapped him in.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
I know that's harsh, and I apologize to Johnny. I don't mean it to be
No.
harsh to Johnny, but that's how Dora sees it.
yeah.
And she casts Purge Spirit.
Oh, tell us about this.
Purge Spirit. rips away at the target's spiritual substance, scattering it over a wide area and hampering the target's ability to reform. I don't want to say anymore.
Unless it happens.
Unless it works.
Okay, is this subject to this is a save, I'm guessing?
It is a will partial.
Okay, let's see. And does Numera have spell resistance? Amalul's does not have spell resistance. All right, I'm making a will save.
Come on.
15.
Fail.
Okay.
She takes 27 points of damage.
Whoa.
She takes all of it.
Holy crap balls.
And she's staggered.
She is staggered for how long?
1 round.
Staggered. Single move action or standard action each round, but not both.
Zadora just did 1d6 damage per caster level. On a successful throw, that would have been halved and she wouldn't be staggered. It affects astrally projected creatures, ethereal creatures, haunts, incorporeal creatures, mediums channeling a spirit, and phantoms. And at your discretion, anything else. Incorporeal creatures take full damage from Purge Spirit.
It's amazing.
This is
So
a
she's
very risky spell for a psychic to take because I don't get to prep spells. I'm stuck with this spell until I change it out. But the inclusion of haunts in the description made this sort of the only choice
Two
for
thumbs
me.
up.
And as we think about like there's so many losses wrapped up in the loss of Ray, but one of the things is just like you got shit for dealing with incorporeal things and you got shit for dealing with haunt, like all these things. It's like Dora's stepping up, channeling this memory of this friend, this dear friend, and using the power of his memory to try to do some of the shit that Ray did. As you blast and pummel Numera Lowles with 27 points of damage. Everybody roll initiative.
So I only have 2. I only got to choose 2 third level spells, both of which, one of which comes with Tima that I'll save for should I ever use it, and this one.
Thank you.
We'll go in order of closeness. Gripper.
I got an 8.
Heyo.
Oh my god, look at our rolls.
Dabs.
5.
Roni.
4.
What the hell? Dora.
5.
I mean, Roni is totally screwed up about this.
Yeah. Top of round 1, the first to act, probably unsurprisingly, is Grip, because Grip is right there next to the lashing tentacles and the screaming, howling woman. And Grip, as you are 5 feet away and around the corner from this awful monstrosity, you are having, as is everyone, a brief, almost out-of-body sensory experience where you are hearing this ghostly howl from beyond the veil of the creature right in front of you, and also hearing like the floorboard shaking screams of somebody like above you, higher up in the building. You can hear her screaming from 2 locations now. She's upstairs somewhere, like kind of directly above you, maybe? But Grip, you're up 5 feet away from this incorporeal monstrosity. What do you do?
Well, I laugh. I laugh hysterically at this. This is the funniest, scariest thing he's seen all day.
It's been a day.
Can I attack diagonally where I am, or do I need to 5-foot step?
She would have cover from where you're at right now.
Well, that's no good. Yeah, okay. I don't want to take the step because then I'm blocking everybody else. So I will see what happens with the cover.
All right.
Question. I am looking at the feat Vital Strike. Benefit. When you use the attack action, you can make 1 attack at your highest base attack bonus that basically deals double damage.
Close to it.
Base damage.
You roll it twice. Yeah. Does that mean I can only take 1 attack, or that it only applies to the first attack?
You can only make 1 attack.
Okay.
And the way the damage die doubles would be, like say you were rolling 1d8 plus 5, you would roll 2d8 plus 5, not 2d8 plus 10.
Right.
You only double the actual die you roll.
Gotcha.
But yes, it's a lot. It gives you the ability to make up for the fact that you don't have a round's worth of full attack action.
And extra damage is nice with something that's only going to take half. But it has to be magical. I think your fists are magical.
My fistuses are magical.
We did learn she's got some kind of DR going on. I don't think we figured it out, but you would remember that there was she was hard to damage.
I can't decide if that's better than having a second attack or a third attack.
Not as good.
A third attack would be better, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna not power attack.
Yeah, don't on a cover.
Because I got cover. But I'm gonna do Brawler's Flurry for 3 attacks.
Here we go.
Attack 1. Fucking attack 1. 19.
Miss.
That's a bro.
You get
What did I roll?
caught up on the corner of the doorway.
So close.
Second attack.
Yeah.
No, 17.
No good.
And then final attack. Come on. 28. Oh, that's a crit. A confirmed crit on a 24 if she's subjected.
So that was a natural 20.
Yep.
Backed up with a 24.
Backed up with a 24.
Critical hit.
Yes! All right.
We
3
land
attacks
so
was-
few of these now.
I know.
It's nice.
For 13 points of damage.
Oh, wow. So your magical fist slams into this non-existent form, makes brief contact with it somehow, supernaturally. A bunch of blast of damage shunts through her form. She only seems to take a scant, tiny little handful of that, but then she vanishes. And you hear wails of pain and fury from upstairs.
Fascinating.
She's gone, but you hear upstairs howling.
We can't stop now. We must pursue this.
We're going to pursue and head into the next room.
Yep.
All right, move your tokens to the next room as I set this space up.
Are we
for you.
still in
We're not-
rounds?
Are we,
I mean, my instinct is that we are still in rounds and that we would be taking advantage of the lack of time
You are trying to finish this fight
yes.
as quickly as
as
possible.
efficiently as
Yeah.
possible. Yeah, I buy that. Let's stay in rounds for a little bit.
All right.
It's just, we'll take it back to Fort Hill course. Here we go.
I hope that is a bonus for us.
Well, it'll be what it'll
Feels
be.
like it, but
So, Grip, you could take a 5-foot step just to end your turn up to get like a little bit closer.
I'm going to just so I can see.
Yeah. So Grip steps into the doorway, and we move on to Dabwick. Dabwick, you got a clear shot into this next room. Let me tell you what you see a little bit here. You're looking through this doorway into a very, very large, like 25 feet by 30 or 40 feet library. Huge room lined with ceiling-high bookshelves laden with tomes, scrolls, stacks of paper. The shelves are stuffed full, sagging under the weight of their contents. Piles and piles of books all over every single surface. There are a dozen amber-colored crystal lamps fixed to the walls, more lamps standing on 2 central tables and a desk. And then, Dabwick, as you move into the room, you see right around the corner to the south there is indeed a flight of stairs heading up. But this is a huge, huge library filled not only on the shelves with books, but all over the floors. The art of this room is fun. It sort of begins to capture a little bit of the chaos of it, but picture each of those individual books there on that art as a stack of like 50 books, like leaning over and careening all over the place. And then there is indeed a giant Kadiran rug on the center of the eastern wall, under which your beetle friend found the trapdoor to the cellar. So Dabs heads in.
Dab still has Blend in effect and the Cloak of Elvenkind and is going to try to stealthily enter to go up the stairs.
So you can move at half speed.
Yeah. So 5, 10, 15,
double move.
20. Double move.
Give me a stealth check.
33.
Got it. Dora, you're up next. You just saw Dabs slip into the shadows of the next room.
This vanish potion only lasts for 1 round, so I'm not taking it yet, but it is in my hand.
Okay.
5, 10, 15. Don't really want to be the first person up the stairs. 25.
Dora, the side of this room is. Oh, I'm like. The sensation of your brain having no memory of it, but your body
feeling
instinctively knowing exactly where every single thing in this room is. You have as close to blind sense in this room as it's possible for someone without it to have. You know every single inch of this room, and actually of every individual pile of books, as though you had been the person to place them there. Like your skin is just tingling with like spider sense, like, oh my god, I know.
Like I dreamed it.
Yeah. It is like a deja vu with no memory.
Wow. That's so cool. I just did a 30-foot move.
You're at the base of the stairs staring up.
I cannot be the first person up the stairs. I'll die immediately. So I'm going to be done.
Okay, any standard action you want to take? Or anything else you want to get to hand?
I've got the Vanish Potion. Mm-hmm. I think I want to move and an action to... I want a whole turn to go... to take the potion and then go up the stairs, so...
You can just wait.
Just wait.
Okay,
Sorry,
fair enough.
Guys. I'm just not the person to be the first person up the stairs.
Roni has stepped back, seen Dora blast the shit out of this thing, and then the party is vanishing into the room from which the source of his madness came. Roni's up at the end of the round here.
Roni reaches into the handy haversack, pulls out the wand of invisibility, and taps Grip.
Oh, excellent. Grip is invisible.
And takes a 5-foot step.
The two of you in the room, Dora and Dabs, give me a perception check.
Great.
Don't forget that I can see invisibility.
Thank you. Keep reminding me.
I will.
Dora?
18.
And Dabs?
35.
Okay. So, Dora's focused on other things. Dabs is moving at half speed, trying to stay hidden, not wanting to, walk into something terrifying. Dabs is also the one who heard the fucking rats in the walls and the ceiling upstairs. So I think as you're getting close to a set of stairs here, I can just imagine Dabs going like, okay, now it seems as though the upper floor was completely infested. As Dabs is listening, like Dabs is hearing the faint sounds of rats in the walls here, but significantly less than in the north half of the building, as though maybe not quite enough to swarm down here. So Dabs is feeling like, okay, maybe this is better than going up the other stairs, for what it's worth. Also, Dabs' amazing halfling ears, amidst the sound of an elderly woman screaming in pain and rage somewhere above you, also hears what Dabs would think of as like the buckling and creaking of floorboards, as though something huge is moving around, like in the attic, not second floor, probably right above the floor above us.
What a disaster this fucking place is.
This place is a fucking hot mess. Okay. That gets us to the top of round 2. Gripper, you are invisible. You have seen half the party so far slip around the corner into this library.
Hilarious.
Keeping it fun.
I'm going to... So we want to... Is going upstairs the plan? Is that ultimately what we want to do? All right, well, I'm going to fucking do it then. So Grip will...
right behind you.
1...
Promise.
5, 10. He's going to slip past Dabs and Dora. So he's moved 10 feet, 15, 20. I'm moving past you, Dora. 20,
yes,
25.
I can tell you're a giant half.
30 gets me there.
I see that. So as Grip goes up these stairs, he goes up a single flight to a landing at the top, which then turns right and around the corner and ends in a door that you would guess would lead to the main hallway of the second floor. So you're behind a closed door at the end of your double move, okay?
Okay.
Dabs, you're up next.
I'm going to continue to stealthily go up the stairs.
And if you're going to take a double move and follow Grip, you'd end up like maybe 10 feet behind him.
Great.
Great.
That sounds like what I want to do.
Dora.
Roni, we're going up. And I'll follow.
God, Roni is so far behind Grip now. You are heading up, taking a double move?
Yeah.
Great, so you'll end up right behind... Where?
I want to end up behind Dabs, I think.
Great, so it'll be
okay.
Grip, Space, Dabs, then Dora.
Space where Roni should be.
With a roar of elderly fury, you hear the sound of spell casting from upstairs. Roni, you're...
Do we hear that like upstairs from where we are?
So...
Or on the level we're on?
Grip, you hear it
Roni.
above you.
Okay.
And like just a little bit to the east. This will make sense when I show you the next map.
Okay.
Roni, you're up.
Can I make a check on that spellcraft? I wasn't sure if it's the sort of thing you had to like hear it and see it, or
You
if
have to see it.
see it too.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So just hearing it, you don't know what it is. All right, fair enough.
But you know it's a spell, not a language you don't know. Yeah, you can tell that enough.
Okay. I will tap myself with the wand and follow.
Love it.
And as I do, I drop that dead wand of invisibility.
Oh, it served us well.
It really
has.
did. It really did.
It really
Pour
did.
one out for that wand of
really
invisibility.
did. So Roni will end up at the base of the stairs right where Dora is now. Let me take you to a new map, my friends.
Like every new map we see, I'm like, is this the map I die on?
Yes.
Is this the series of staircases that I die on?
I'm making no claims about this
We are in a
staircase.
new stairwell. Oh, God.
I'm not making any claims about this one. We might have to die
we
on
need
this.
Daredevil in our party. Okay, I hate it here still, just so you know.
Top of round 3. Grip, you've reached this door at the top of the stairs. Everyone on this new map here?
Yep.
Yep.
This space at the top of the stairs was a little smaller than I remembered, so it's actually Grip, Dabs, Dora in succession, all in a nice lightning boltable line, with with Roni around the corner and down a few more stairs below. Grip, you're up. You're at a door.
Ugh.
Creaking, groaning overhead. You would peg it as coming from above the room to the east of you.
Well,
Roughly over here. Are you seeing a ping when I do this?
Yes.
Yeah, roughly over in that area.
I know that we have been a listen at the door, check for traps kind of party, but
don't have time.
I don't really know how to do any of that. So I'm going to open the door.
You open the door, revealing a long, like just to the edge of your dark vision, I think. So it's like a 60-foot hallway with doors on both sides. There's a door immediately to the west, just 10 feet in front of you. Then to the east, 5 feet in front of that. 2 more on the west wall as you head down. And you can see at the very, very far end of the hallway. Is that actually within your vision? Yeah. So you see this right here? That.
Uh-huh.
That is a marble wash basin at the far end of the hall. I don't even think you need to make a perception check. You can see rats in it.
Neat.
So it's a rat bath.
Rat bath. So obviously the creaking and groaning is above the room to the east. So there is 15 feet ahead down the hallway. There is a door that goes, it's on the right side to you, heads to the east. Long, empty hallway with many doors.
The hallway that you're describing, is that physically possible for it to be on top of this building?
Yeah, because remember things have overhangs.
Okay, I just
Yeah.
want to make sure that it's not all of a sudden we're in some weird extra dimensional space.
Oh no, but that's a
Okay.
good reminder that the ground floor is smaller than the rest of the building. So as the further you go up, it will feel a little TARDIS-y in that.
Great.
Where did all the space come from? But it is overhanging.
A little Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
Baba Yaga.
Roni, do you want to look and listen to any of these doors, or do you want me to just start opening shit?
Go.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Grip's going out, because I'm not going to leave closed doors behind me. That's just a bad idea. So I'm going to open this fucking door here, the first one on the west.
Oh, moving 10 feet up. Oh, okay. Which fucking room is this?
I'm totally unprepared. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's a good place to be. It's fun.
I mean,
Okay.
but before
Oh, this is a fun murder room.
It is.
before you say that. Are we looking to get out? Because this is...
We're looking to kill her.
Then maybe I shouldn't have opened this door, but I said I did, so I did.
You're the laughing tyrant.
Yeah, I mean, you're running down the hall laughing like a crazy person.
And it is good policy not to leave closed doors behind us.
Grip flings open a door while laughing to find the bedroom of a child with thick dust covering every surface in the room. Floor, furniture, little kid's bed, little kid's tea table at
Little girl's bed.
where no. This, like, you see the table where little Hazerton Lowles was depicted sitting with the kitten that he was terrified of. This seems like you would immediately peg it as Hazerton Lowell's childhood bedroom that no one has been allowed to go into for 50 years. Something like that.
Just throws open the door.
Yes, flings it open. It just covered in dust. Absolutely no evidence of anybody entering this room at any time recently there, Grip.
All right.
Dabs, you're up. You see Grip staring, laughing into a abandoned childhood bedroom.
Dabwick says,
Hold up, Grip. Be careful.
runs forward and with a touch casts Shield Other on Grip.
Oh. And Grip has to put, like, the ring on or something, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for the reminder. So,
Tell us how that works again.
right. So Dabwick runs up to put a ring on your finger, a platinum ring on your finger. You gain.
And suddenly we are wed.
He liked it. He liked it, so he
Wait.
put a ring on it.
Yeah.
Wait, Grip. I've got something very important to ask you, and now seems like the perfect time.
So you gain a +1 deflection bonus to AC and a +1 resistance bonus to your saves. And additionally, the subject only takes half damage from all wounds and attacks that deal hit point damage. The amount of damage not taken by the warded creature is taken by Dabwick.
Oh, interesting.
Very fine. Thank you.
All right, so Dabs moves up and puts a ring on it. Dora, you are up.
Oh, why am I forever in the position of being the first one to go in a room? I still don't want to.
Well, I mean, you can wait one more turn and then...
Yeah.
Or you
I'll
could
step
just
up and
hold
do
till
the-
after me.
I'll hold till after Roni.
Love it. You hear some structural damage happening to the...
So maybe we just have to wait for her to come to us.
Yeah, like, you actually hear, like, steps breaking and walls shattering.
Damn.
Something...
so scared.
Something fucking huge is smashing its way down a set of stairs on the other side of the door that...
I wish I had clairvoyance.
right? You wish you had
I just want to see it.
the Tima ability?
Yeah.
So, Roni, I see on the map you've moved up to the door there. Is that a double move for you?
That is a double move.
Okay. Dora, you're up next.
Not any better.
And Roni, the rats at the end of the hall look agitated. The rats in the wash basin.
God.
And you're starting to see more little heads popping up in the wash basin as though they may be coming out of
It's
the
like it's
plumbing.
connected to the sun. Oh, God. Oh, God.
This place is amazing.
I hate this place. Why are they here? It's full of monsters. It's just full of monsters.
Dora, you're up.
I moved.
Oh, you moved into Hazerton Lowell's childhood bedroom.
I did.
Huh. It is icy cold in there.
Like a haunt.
It doesn't feel great.
Not great.
Not great,
great,
Dora.
What's a transom?
So I can either hang here in the potential haunt, or move further down the wall toward the rats, or just stay where I am, where I was before. It's so fucking awful. Oh. Well, I mean, I can almost see that door, so I'm gonna stay. you where I am right now.
Okay.
In the room with the ghost of the kid, I'm sure.
Or the cat.
Yeah, the Edgar Allan
That would
Poe's
be the
black
haunt,
cat.
right? Yes,
The
yes.
cold cat.
I have a means of dealing with haunts if I have to.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Could just
The
be a
old
cold,
chilly kitty.
uncomfortable room because no one's been in here in 50 years and they don't put the fire on.
Top of round 4. Grip, you are up. You are adjacent to the door that leads to where Hulk is smashing down a flight of stairs.
Did you do anything to the door, Roni? Did you listen?
I have not
Walked
had
up to
time.
it.
Okay, you just got there.
just got there.
Um,
Oh, and the two of you are invisible, right?
Yeah.
So, Dabs, you're alone in this hallway as you can see rats swarming at the other end of it.
but you can hear me giggling, so you know I'm there.
So everything's okay.
What's your plan, Roni, for fuck's sake?
Shut up.
Okay, I'm glad we played
This is
that
going
out, guys.
great.
Thanks.
This is going great.
I'm gonna open the door.
All right. Grip's gonna just take this turn to take a fucking feet. Hearing what he hears.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck is that? That sounds fantastic. So, as he's laughing, his eyes roll into the back of his head, and he laughs and he cracks his fucking neck, and he takes the feat. Death or glory.
Oh, what is this?
Wow.
Against a creature of size large or larger.
Uh-huh.
You can make a single melee attack as a full round action with a +4 bonus on the attack roll, the damage roll, and any critical confirmation roll.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
But
But after I resolve the attack, the opponent I attack can spend an immediate action to make a single melee attack against me with the same bonus.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Whoa! Okay, so you're taking a single feat
That
this time.
sounds like death and glory.
Are you going to double up feats?
Yeah, since I'm taking the whole turn,
Might as well, right?
let's go.
Throw those uses away.
Let's go with. I mean, actually, no. I might not because I only have 2 left for today.
Yeah.
So
That's wise. Don't let me goad you into blowing your resources.
I'm gonna hold on to that last one. So just that's my turn. I'm taking that feat.
Love it. Dabs, you're up next. Right behind Grip. Oh,
Right, but I see that the rats are interested in us, right?
they are definitely beginning to swarm.
Okay,
Yeah, that's a huge problem.
so I've got a rat masking scent,
Okay.
one use, and I have
How does that work?
It sounds amazing.
one vial of alchemical substance changes a single person's scent to that of the masking creature's scent for 8 hours. Okay, so that would help me if I was going in
Alone.
alone. But I also have alchemical pheromones, which is a different thing.
Okay.
And this, but I don't know if this would work against swarms.
Oh. Tell me about it.
So, can be smeared onto a surface or thrown as a splash weapon. Fills a 5-foot radius with scent. Targeted type that enters the area must succeed at a DC 14 will save, be staggered for 1 round.
Oh.
When the target succeeds at or fails a saving throw, it becomes immune to the simple alchemical pheromones for 24 hours.
Interesting.
Mind affecting swarms are not immune to them.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's cool. You want to try it?
that's a great thing.
So I'm going to toss one down the hall,
Nice.
and I just have to target a square, right?
Yeah.
Can I target that square right before just north
10,
of that
15,
door?
20, 25, 30.
Is that too far?
That's a 30-foot toss. You do that at a -4.
Okay, so if I just move it down 10 feet to there.
If you want to... Yeah, so that'd be at a -2 to hit an AC of 5 with a ranged attack.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Give me a ranged attack roll.
Will do.
Make sure you
gonna
don't
do
hit
that.
it. Make sure you don't hit Roni.
Oh, shit. 14.
You're good. All right. So I've marked with an X the area where the alchemical pheromones are. Okay. All right. I'm rolling a die 20. I'm rolling a really Here we go. Oh, smash! You hear the sound of wood just completely shattering in the next room, in the room right next to you, Roni. And the sound of some fucking giant ass thing lumbering across floorboards in the next room. The whole, the weight of the floor is now sinking and buckling underneath you in the next room. Roni, you're up.
I'm going to open the door.
Roni opens the door. And that's the end of 68. Bastard. We'll pick it up next time.
Oh my god.
Dark Nexus is a creation of Plug and Hum Productions. This podcast uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Incorporated, which are used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. This podcast is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo Inc. For more information about Paizo's community use policy, please visit paizo.com/communityuse. And for more information about Paizo and Paizo products, please visit paizo.com. That's PAIZO.com. Dark Nexus uses music and soundscapes by Sirenscape. Check them out at sirenscape.com. That's SYRINSCAPE.com. Opening and closing themes, along with additional music, composed by Rob Kauzlaric. Artwork for Dark Nexus is by Matt Wahlquist. Special thanks to Toy, without whose generosity this project would not have been possible. And thanks to DMCP, Richard and Ari, Paul and Shannon, Chris, Scotty, Jason, Jess, Joe, Chelsea, Matt, Dave, Darren, and everyone we've gamed with over the years for all the memories and inspiration.
WTPK.
Oh.
Brilliant. Love it.
Tag.
That was
Season
good.
2 tag.